Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jimmy, and in today's video, we will take a look at the best practices to do after you do a software update on your Samsung Galaxy device. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to do all of these things every single time, and it doesn't mean you have to do this after every single monthly security patch, but especially if you do one of those larger updates, one that's going from One UI 6 to One UI 7 or up to One UI 8, there's a lot of things you might want to just reset and change starting from fresh so you wouldn't have any issues. Now, the first one that I want to share with you is the first thing that I always do after a major update, and that is by clearing the cache partition. So you can do this by just powering off your phone. Clear cache partition is just those temporary files that are sitting in your phone. So those are those temporary files that just makes everyday usage of your phone go so much quicker. A lot of stuff just sitting on your RAM, but there's a lot of the temporary files that is used for that update. And once your phone has been updated, you don't need those temporary files, which could cause issues. So now that your phone is off, this is where you press and hold on your volume up, and you press and hold on volume. So all you do is you wait for your screen to turn on just like this, and then you're gonna see this screen. Now, don't be afraid of this screen. A few people might have seen this from before and don't really know what to do. The top one is just rebooting your phone. The one at the very bottom is just turning it off, and you can move with the up and down volume rocker. So what you want to do is head over to the wipe cache partition. So this is the one that is getting rid of all of those temporary files. Then you go down, you hit on yes. And then once it's cleared it, now you go up here and you go to reboot system now. There is an option in there to do a factory data reset. So for some reason, if you can't get into your phone and you can only get into this menu, that's the other place that you can do a factory data reset to get back into your phone. But that is the last case scenario. If you ever run into major issues on your Samsung phone, like massive battery drain, even if you go through your safe mode and everything and it still doesn't fix or help anything, the factory data reset is the way to go. Just make sure everything is all backed up. The second best practice is by going inside of your general settings and getting rid of some of your connections. So what I mean by this is not everything, but I would suggest at least Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So when you go inside of your settings, you go all the way down to the general management, and then down here you go to reset. So we're not going to reset our phone. We're not going to reset all settings. I just wanted to go down here for the reset of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And then I'm just going to reset the settings. And so now you can see I am not connected. The only thing I have to do from here on out is just going through the pairing process of my watch and also my internet. So for any of your Bluetooth devices, such as your headsets, your watches, you just have to go through, get them all set and paired back up. And then same thing with Wi-Fi. You just go right up over here and you take a look at your Wi-Fi settings, and you just want to just re-pair up with the ones that you use. Now, the reason why this is important is because sometimes you might be switching from One UI 6 to One UI 7 or One UI 8. You're switching between Android 14, Android 15, Android 16, and you're gonna have a lot of things that could happen when it comes down to your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi settings. So this is where you just want to get them reset. Now that you have done those two things, let's head over inside of settings, and this is where you wanna go to your device care. So if there was any small little changes that happens with doing your larger updates, this is one of the areas where some things could change. Also your security settings. So just go through and start optimizing it. So this way your phone is just going to start off fresh and correct, from the moment that you have just updated your phone. This is where you can go through and you can take a look at your performance profile. Make sure that you have auto optimization that's turned on. So mine restarts Wednesdays and Saturdays at 3 a.m. Again, it's very important to restart your phone. The next thing that I just mentioned, was talking about your security. So just go right inside of here and just see if there's anything that you need to do. So it's just telling me to take a look at my account security. This one's just gonna let me know to change my password if it's something that hasn't been changed for a while. But this is where you just want to look through and just make sure everything is still check marked, that you are still good to go. The next step to take a look at will be your Samsung Galaxy Store and the Google Play Store. Sometimes after updates, you will find application updates sitting in here that is now ready for that latest update that you just did. So from here, you want to update all of those. And then you also want to take a look inside of your Google Play Store, because again, sometimes if you're updating to newer versions of operating systems, these applications also have to be updated for it to work well there. So you just go to your Manage App and Device. Right here, you can see that I have several updates, so I'm going to have to go through and update all of these. I'll do that actually after this video, but you want to make sure you go to your Galaxy Store or the Play Store. Make sure you have the latest versions of applications, especially if you upgraded operating systems. Best practice number 5, this is only if you run into any issues with applications or battery drains. So after you do a major update, sometimes you will run into some problems. If you covered everything that we just did right before this, it should hopefully fix it, especially going after some of those applications that you have downloaded. But if you're still running into problems, and if you don't know if it's your phone or a third-party application, this is where you want to go inside of your power menu, press and hold on the power off, and go inside of safe mode. So this will restart the phone in safe mode, which is only running the pre-installed application. So there is no third-party apps from the Play Store, anything you got off of line from APKs, the Galaxy Store and such. So with this one now only running those pre-installed applications, that means that you are running this phone out of box, as if it was brand new, without having to go through and factory data reset your phone. So if you still run into battery drains and bugs, then you know that it is the update or it is your phone. But I will state 99% of the time when you go inside of safe mode, you're going to be fine. You're not going to run into any problems, any issues. I don't think you're going to have any issues when it comes down to the operating system itself. It's going to be the compatibility between the applications you have on your phone and that newest update that you have, which is why it's important to update all of those applications immediately. But if you do run into any problems, go inside of this mode. This is where you can see if it is your phone or if it's just a rogue application. And then ending off this video, if you do run into an application that you noticed that it is causing a little bit of issues, just uninstall it. And if you need the application, just reinstall it. Sometimes if you just uninstall and then reinstall it, everything will be fixed. So we're just going to go here. I'm going to turn off my safe mode, go back to normal mode, and that's everything for today's video. So hopefully you guys have appreciated this video. Maybe you have learned something, but with a lot of people doing updates with their Samsung phones, this is something that you definitely have to share at least once or twice a year. Now, I am stating anytime you go from a major software update like One UI 7 to One UI 8 or One UI 6 to One UI 7, definitely take all of these steps. When it comes down to the normal monthly updates, these normal security patch updates, I would state do this probably every 3 or 4 months, because there's a lot of temporary files that would be stored in the background between all of those updates. But hopefully you guys have appreciated this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Subscribe on the very bottom left-hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.